All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. So we are just gonna get right into it. We're not gonna waste any more time. So Bitcoin has now successfully seen a 50% retracement from the top. Okay, 50% retracement from the top, and we hit our exact areas of what we were calling the quote CZ black swan or Epstein file FUD, quantum computing FUD. Basically, that line in the sand. If we were going to get any lower right here, we'd be going into the low 50s and possibly into the high 40s, crossing past and going under the 200-week simple moving average. Now, we bounced here pretty hard, and what we said when we predicted on this channel for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, is that we would hit all three of these levels going out of the bear flag. So we successfully completed the bear flag, and we hit 87, 82, 76, right on the money. And we were calling this because we saw the structure forming, and obviously combined with the ETF sell pressure and the outflows, definitely correlated with the price. And we had some, entities in the space, whether it be market makers or liquidity providers, whatever was making things move, basically went belly up. And who knows who it was? It hasn't been revealed fully, but it was probably multiple different entities that kind of just went kaput. And so with that, the market reacted, and we got basically another flush down into what was the close to what was the low here in October 2024. So it's looking pretty good. Let's see, we got some people coming in. Let's go. All right, so basically this 50% downturn, if you see from the top here, 126, and then you go down, and we've successfully bounced off of a 50% retracement. So now in previous bull markets, we've had to really practice the patience, especially if you're in alts, if you have any exposure into alts, or if you're trying to catch, meme coin euphoric prices, whatever it may be in the trend, you have to practice the patience, because there's going to be capitulation events, multiple events. I mean, and this is a good example. In the early days, in the first altcoin season and quote bull market, that like a lot of people that came into crypto, that was their first cycle, was the 2017, 18. Wasn't a lot of people, but I feel like the OGs, like that was when they came into the space. They started making content, crypto content, and these were the early days pre-COVID. And then go fast forward, we had the COVID rally after March 2020, because that was where we hit a bottom, and that was a big capitulation bottom as well. And then we have these in here, which was from this 2016, 2017, 18 market, and you can see where we've had 38% downturn. We had a 38% right here, 33%, 38%, 36%, 29%. And I think in some previous ones too, if we go back, even just in January 2025, we had from this point here, we went down 33%, and we can even go from this top here in March 2024, we went down 33% right here. What's another really, really funky one where we went down pretty hard? This one right here, we went down 56% and then pumped up another from this bottom, up another 139%, going to 70,300. That was that double top. And then from here, we went down. This was a nasty one, though. This was where we had the full capitulation of the FTX crash, Luna crash, and all of the exchanges going belly up. So that was that capitulation event. That brought us down 76%. So interesting enough, even though we went down 76%, ultimately to a bottom of 16,000, we didn't have as many liquidations as we did and money moving out as we did right here. It's almost like, what's interesting to me is that I think the bottoms here are being bought up a lot stronger than what we had, quote, back here in that particular capitulation event, where it was like, you could see, as a comparison, 25,000, we did get a little bit of a wick bounce up, but then look, you can see where it went down, sideways, down, sideways, down, and then it went sideways, and then finally it found a bottom. I mean, people were calling for 10K right here. Remember that if you were watching the markets and watching the influencers, El Capo was the biggest one of discussion of all the influencers were wondering what El Capo was saying. And that Capo was calling for a $10,000 Bitcoin at this point. And a lot of his followers went short and actually sold here. And they were probably already at a loss. They sold at a loss and then ended up chasing Bitcoin price all the way back up here and buying it back probably at like 30K, 20K. And it's a pretty sad moment right there because, yeah, I mean, you could have believed that, yes, at this point, you know, look how many times it went sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways, down. It would make sense, right? But what happened here is that the institutions came in and bought it up all for what was going to then now service the quote ETFs and the quote, you know, treasury super cycle narrative. And that kind of came true. We did get what we wanted, but I think we got overzealous, over bullish, and we're calling for 150, 200K for the quote bull market top. And it ended up being for our bull market, this mini bull market that we were in, because I quote call it a mini bull market and bear market combined into one. We topped out at 126. And so, and a lot of us were in, I think, disbelief with that because we wanted it to be better. We wanted it to be better. But now I'm curious because look, if this was a pretty strong bounce, but if we go boom and then sideways and then boom it again to 53, I don't want to take that off the table. That's why even though Crypto went long and he's bullish, he says he's willing to get liquidated and he's got enough money to get liquidated to be able to catch the quote bottom, which, I mean, was that it? We don't know. I mean, we really don't know, but we can at least, we can try. We can do our best. But we did get some entries. So guys, if you're watching right now, make sure you're hitting that like button, do all the things. Be sure to repost the stream. That would be cool. And we're just getting started here. So we have a couple entries we want to show you guys. The main entry that we wanted to show you was the entry for Bitcoin at 64K. So 64K is a pretty decent entry for where we had a pretty, you know, good capitulated bottom where people were getting really bearish on the timeline. And at the same time, I just was like, okay, I'm going to try and flip bullish and try and get some of these entries at the lows. And so we got some entries at the lows, and the ones that we've been able to keep open, because some of them we've taken profits and then we've re-entered, then we've gotten stopped out. We've closed the trades, and we've gotten liquidated on 2 different trades, but we'll explain how that happened, why it happened, how you can have that not happen to you. And we're going to show you how we're keeping these trades open, taking profits, adding liquidity and collateral, and how you can do the same thing. So entry on Bitcoin is at 64,000, and also with Pepe, we got an entry on Pepe and ETH. So we basically went long on our 3 favorite coins. You know, we love BTC, we love ETH, we like Pepe, and we just want to be long. I mean, and that's just like, if we can be long through the bull market, it's like having ATMs. It's like having an ATM in your house. that you just hit a number and just cash comes out. It's possible. It's not guaranteed, but if you can find, quote, near the bottom, then you're in a really sweet spot, because then you kind of just have a pretty much free open trade. And so the entry for ETH was really good as well. $1,884 for the entry on ETH. Really, really good entry, because I think a lot of the institutions came in and bought up that ETH under 2K. And could ETH go to 1,500? It's possible. Could ETH go to 1K? It's definitely possible. Could like I said, Bitcoin 64,000 entry, but could it go to 54,000? It was not that far off. Is the market done unraveling what has been happening with all of the manipulation, exchanges, Binance, you know, the 1010 liquidation event? Things probably haven't been said, they haven't come up to the surface. I mean, it's almost like we had this massive explosion and there's dead bodies still floating up to the surface. And so I think that's kind of what this might be. My instincts are telling me that's what it is, and that's kind of how this all played out. So we'll see what happens. Okay. So we're going to show you now the SOL entry. So the SOL entry, if you were looking at the Telegram group, the link in the description, we had a call. It was around 81, but it ended up being kind of a medium ground of 82, 83, and we saw that there was some bullishness. So we ended up getting in the entry not at 81, but a little bit above 81 at $83. And that kind of overshot a little bit of what the bottoming price was. The $81 was coming from some previous support, where we had some previous support down here. You can see it wicked down to 81. So that could have been a pretty decent entry here. But then you can also see we had a candle wick right here, very, very similar, but this showed a little bit more strength. And you can see where instead of it, and even what's interesting too is that technically, it kind of made a lower low. You're looking at this on a structure for like the 1 hour, but it definitely bounced pretty nice on here. But we got to watch it, because then we could hit some resistance up here at this point. You can see resistance here, obviously big resistance right up here. But this could be the target. Is it just trading right back up into the range? It found a spot where it wants to kind of bounce and bing bong and ping pong. Solana's been doing that a lot, where it just ping pongs and bing bongs around. And you can use that to your advantage if you can catch where the exchanges are kind of doing this and liquidating from the top, liquidating from the bottom, shorts at the bottom, longs at the top. They can catch the longs here, bring it down, and then once it's like at the mid range, you get the 50x, 100x leverage knocked out. Then at the bottom range, you get the 50 to 20, 30x leverage wiped, and then you go from there. Difference is that the institutions are coming in with millions of dollars in their entry, not your like $100 with 50x. They have like $1 million with like 2x, and they can just go and do that enough times, and that's how they're market making SOL, ETH, and Bitcoin to be able to hit these levels. But pretty soon, this is going to be the American institutional new money system, tokenized 24/7 trading, but at the same time, without Binance existing in that arena. So pretty soon, I think this bear will be Binance, and it's the final blow. And there is this kind of theory that I feel like it might be that could be the final FUD, the final capitulation, or it just gets like swept under the rug and they just continue to like run this thing up for a few years. And it's just it's hard to tell. But I think that being on the sidelines and just kind of wait and see, I don't feel like that is a good thing for me to do. Because like I've seen how quickly things can turn and how things can all of a sudden become bullish again. And it's usually when people are the most bearish and where people have now finally decided that, oh, yep, now we're in a bear market. Everyone now decided, oh, yep, it's time to be bearish. But then that's the exact time you're probably needing to be bullish to double down, focus on what you understood and what you know, and see where the money's flowing. And it seems like regardless of the FUD, it's flowing to crypto. Everything is being tokenized and it's going to be on a tokenized rail. Stocks, 100%. Everything is leading towards all on-chain activity. So who's going to get the most volume? Where are all those fees going to be generated? What chains are dead and actually not being used, and which ones are going to be used to mint all of this stuff? I don't know. We'll have to see. So this is this is what it looks like when I'm about to, like, I'm coming towards my wife to talk to her about crypto or how my crypto day was. They're like, oh, how was your live stream? I'm like, it's literally how I look. That's how most crypto people look when they're about to, like, they get asked a crypto question. They're like, well, let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right, yeah, soul entry, decent entry, 83. Venser said, handling something at the moment, but once I'm free, my squad and I will pull up to the stream. Let's go. We got people on Twitch. We got people all over the place. We have thousands of people watching. Thousands across the interwaves. All the while YouTube is light banning me. We're going to use different language. They are light working me. YouTube is light working me right now, and we really, really appreciate all of the light working of YouTube. But it's a Monday, so we might get that false move Monday too. There's also the false move Monday, where you get a little bit of action. You get a little bit of action and not enough satisfaction, and then you get a little bit of a sell wick right up at the top here. Looks like it hit the VWAP middle range and is going down ski a little bit here. And we were up pretty well on this sold trade. It still could be in our favor, and it's just kind of we could see some support right in this area. And you don't want to sell out too early, because the target still is in play at 89. So I would say if you're in no trade right now, say you're in no trade, like you didn't get the sold trade here at the wherever close to the bottom, your entry could be right at these wicks right here. You got a wick right here, you got a wick right here, you get a quick little bounce right here. Boom. Yo-Yo's in the house. So Yo-Yo, I've been seeing more often. I've been seeing you as a normal Twitch viewer. What's going on? So shout out to Yo-Yo. I feel like it's crazy. Like there's a big community of people that like Twitch, that use Twitch, and honestly, I like the emojis too. Like the Twitch emojis or kick emojis, they actually show up in the chat properly. And YouTube, whenever you do emojis in there, it doesn't show up properly. So But also just feel like there's a lot of community out there with Twitch and also with Kick, and they would be into crypto content or finance content or, you know, whatever it may be, because we're just kind of like a hybrid of everything. Like we've talked about just about everything, and we've even gone into like the, you know, philosophical stuff, thesis of, you know, just how even humanity is operating right now. We go down the tube sometimes, guys. I mean, if you ever been here on a rant stream, we can really give it to you. X gonna give it to you. We're gonna give it to you. But it might be we're a little more calm today. Plus, my back is pulled out. I like pulled the. I don't know what I did. Honestly, it's funny. I was making fun of Crypto Lifer. He's playing pickleball and like just ruptured his entire leg. And I think all I did was like, I think I leaned forward to like grab my daughter's legs to like pull her on the swing, like give her some boost. And like, I did just something pinched and I was like, duh. It's like, I won't make fun of anyone never again. I swear. Yeah, CT is known as Crypto Twitter, but also known as Crypto Twitch. Yeah. CT will always be CT. It's like there's no Crypto X. Like a Crypto X, it sounds like a really bad movie, or the top influencer Crypto X. But yeah, it's always going to be Crypto Twitter. We will always be forever be known as Crypto Twitter. And it's funny that when famous people come onto Twitter or businesses come onto X, they had to acknowledge CT, because when they came in, they realized like, what are all these people? It's like walking into a party, like and then the door opens and it's that picture where it's all the crypto people. They're all just like, and you know, you have to introduce yourself to the crypto community when you come onto Twitter. Realize like, you know, there's a bunch of smelly degenerates that are here. All right. Entry price. We got entries with Doge and BTC as well on WEEX. The entry for Doge, man, this one's tricky because Doge right now has all the recipe of a narrative and fundamentals, tokenomics, all the things to be at like just to be flying off of this bottom here. I mean, we're so close to a bottom that we've seen before where we've had massive support. So I've said this a few times. There's really only a couple trades you need. And to successfully get one of them, I don't care if it's Bitcoin, ETH, Doge, or Pepe, okay? Here's the deal. All four of those have the highest trading volume out of most of the market in terms of exchanges, futures trading, spot, and just access of liquidity and liquidity pools, and also the exchanges themselves holding a lot of the supply too. If you look at the bubble maps for like some of these coins, it's crazy. So but that's just an example. If you can get one entry and you got stopped out or liquidated on all three of them besides one of them, whether it be Pepe or Doge or Bitcoin or ETH, your gains from the one trade, if you can manage the risk on it, is astronomical. It's insane. Especially if one of those happen to be Doge or Pepe. And it's just looking like we're so damn close. And I want to say, like, with the, you know, someone said something. to me today. They said, you know, you just need a little bit of luck. You just need a little bit of luck, Dano. I said, you know what? You're right. You know, we all need a little bit of that. That's a skill stat that you can upgrade and you can put points into in a role-playing game. And we kind of forget about it sometimes in real life, that if you feel lucky, you got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? And you just, and you might, and if you can feel it, you just might get lucky. It's really interesting. So you feel lucky. So this is where, with one trade, the story in crypto is, if you've ever heard this story, is that you can make it all back in one trade. It's possible. That term only came and was born from crypto. It never came from anywhere else. Okay? You can make it all back in one trade. That's from crypto, mother effers. That's from crypto, okay? That means it doesn't matter how bad you cooked yourself. You can make it back in one trade. It is possible. Now, someone told me something also, and a few people have told me this recently, where they said, you know, you need to, you might need to pivot. You might need to pivot. You know? You might need to make a new channel. That I need to start over. That I need to make a new channel. You know, reconsider the brand. And this is what came to mind. Give me a second. Give me just a second.
I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving!
I'm not giving up on this channel. I don't care how delusional I have to be. But when I think about not building this channel up to be the biggest freaking channel in crypto and in live streaming and the biggest community, I feel like my chest is going to cave in, and I feel water in my eyes, because I'm like, no, I will not accept defeat. I will not. I'll make another channel and it's going to say Dano Crypto Clips, Dano Dojo Crew Clips. We're going to keep going. Because every time I get all these opinions and suggestions from people, I should do this, should you do that? How about, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? What have I been working on? What did I ever ask what do I want? And I asked myself that question, you know, my wife asked me, well, what do you want? I said, I want to build this channel to be one of the biggest channels in crypto. And I'm not stopping. I don't give a shit how many people are even watching right now. Don't care, because it will change. And you want to join me? You can. But I said, I'm not leaving. If anything, if my channel's shadow banned or whatever it may be, if I'm face recognitioned, you're not getting rid of me. So that's my answer. I feel like it's damn from freaking God. Every time someone says, oh, you should maybe pivot. Is it a test? If I'm going to give up? No, I'm not going to give up. I will continue. I will persist. Richard Hart style. I'll run your ass down like this in the hallway, and I'll keep telling you about the channel. Do you understand? You guys will learn real quick how persistent I am and how I don't quit. I'm going to be like this Pepe tidal wave. We, as the Dano Dojo crew, the Dojo crew, we will take over. And that's all there is. That's all there is to it. We've made some killer calls on this channel recently. We've made some insane calls on this channel recently. I have the damn live streams and the freaking receipts to prove it. And we've gotten some pretty good entries. So it's always like, I'm wondering, is it the content? Is it am I not giving people good, you know, alpha or whatever it is? No, that's not the case. Or that is the case. You start to doubt yourself, but then you look. I go back and look at my track record. I look at what I've talked about recently, and I've been fucking dead on the money, and showing you the damn trades. So let's go. It's like the metrics are there. So I'm bringing to the table the stuff. So now this is where it comes into what I was just talking about, is the luck. Me, it's just a matter of just believing. I gotta have the believe that I am lucky. And that's the thing. And Headband will come and Headband will tell you. He's watching right now, probably laughing his ass off from Africa. Hope you're having a good time, Simba. Or should I call you Rafiki? Like, that's the thing. Like, I posted this Pepe on the 6th. It's the 9th. I did this when everyone was super bearish, and I was like, bears wrecked. They showed it to 43 people. It's not my fault. It's not my fault they want to show you trash accounts instead of mine. It's not my fault. We freaking caught the damn almost exact bottom and went long, boom, right on that post. They could have showed it to thousands of people. And that is And Headman was like, oh, I'm tired of people trying to act like they got the clout and the blah, blah, blah. It's like, and I did it in such a calm way. I did it in such a calm, nice way. I made a video about it. I said, I think the bottom might be in it. And YouTube even stonewalled it. They showed it to 30 people. And then the same thing with this. They probably showed this to 40 people that don't even like crypto. So it's not a content issue. It's not a skill issue. It's not an entertainment issue. The luck issue. Some people just get lucky. Some people just get lucky. My friends, it's gonna be us. Maybe we just gotta feel a little luckier. We just gotta feel a little lucky. Smile a little more. Smile a little more. Believe in yourself a little more. Hit the like button, damn it, a little more. You even like crypto? You even like crypto? Do you even like your bags pumping? Do you want your bags to get better? Watch crypto content and like it. It's simple. This is hilarious. This is what, and like crypto companies, I told you they'll do it. They're going to do stuff like this. They can't help themselves. Let's look at it. AVAX. I don't know if this is true or not, but man, I hope it's not, but I think it is. We got to go and look at what AVAX did for the Super Bowl. Where is it? Did I repost it? Yes. I said, Lord help us all. That was like a 5-second, 2-second ad, and it cost them, okay, hold on. How much did it? Bucket list item check, Super Bowl ad. It cost $300,000 for 1 second. $300,000. Okay. Do you understand? For $300K to run targeted local ads on a TV station. Let's say like your local channel 21 or local channel 22, 23, whatever it is your local channel is. It will hit like people on a daily basis in spots all every day. Not 1 second on a Super Bowl ad where no one's paying attention and I'm going to see it. They don't even have time to do the QR code. They don't even know what the hell it is. Just some dude on a mountain. They're like, okay, cool. AVAX, what the fuck is that? No one knows the hell that is. And cool, Coinbase, you did the sphere singing together. No one knows still what to do. Most of those people that are like, okay, Coinbase, they still think they have to buy a whole Bitcoin. Think about that. Some people still think they have to buy a whole Bitcoin. They don't even know about fractional buying. They don't know about dollar cost averaging. Simple commercial for Coinbase and all these things is that, hey, you could download a wallet and then literally put it on chain. And you can get your cash and put it on chain and send it to people. Exactly. They were like, ugh. They should have just been like, we're dumb. They could have just did a commercial that said, we burning money. They should just burnt the money in front of everyone, of the shareholders and the people that invest in AVAX, and just burn their money like right in front of them. Just take their seed address, take their seed phrases, everything that they got written down, everyone that invested in AVAX, take the seed phrases, put them in a big pile, and burn them. Dumbasses. Sorry, but it's so stupid. It's like, what? And I said, Richard Hart, please, can we collaborate? I would love to get in contact with Richard Hart's team and say, let's go. I got connections to do this the right way. You got to hit the mind share of retail. If you want actual buy pressure where it like breaks the damn system for something like possibly Pulse Chain or whatever it is, Ethereum commercials. Fractionally buy, like one simple commercial for 29 seconds to show people that you can fractionally buy ETH and then use 17 different EVM networks to send it to your peepaw in Venezuela. Your poppy, whoever, I don't care. That's just like, that's what crypto needs, is that. Most people think crypto's a scam and it has no use case. All the while, it's got all the use case, and anything with financial gain or loss has scams. Anything where there is someone to fall for a trap, there will be a trap setter. So it's just like, if you want to use the knife to make a nice meal, cut some food, or you want to be a crazy person, you decide. The knife has no subjectivity or of a specific person that is using it. It's just gonna be just like cash, just like gold, silver. It's just there until we put a quote, whatever we're gonna use it for. So this is insane. The fact that they're like that, they're like bucket list checked. I'm like, okay, cool, $300,000, great. Who was in that board meeting? Wasn't me, because if I was in there, I'd be like, stop, no, take that 300K, split it in between districts of where you know that people are primarily have been kind of interested in crypto. City base, targeted mapping. Then you run a campaign targeted in the local spots where it gets hit nationally. And when you're doing local ads like this, it also not only goes to the satellite TVs or the antenna TVs, it also hits into the streaming boxes where it does local ads. I'm telling you guys, I'm about to hit the cash cow that no one's even thinking about. And cool, go ahead, try steal my idea. I don't give a shit. I'll be faster than you. But I have the connection, so we're going to do this. And if you don't believe me, watch. Richard Hart's already noted my presentation or my observation of how terrible crypto marketing is. He's been talking a lot about crypto marketing and how it relates to these big companies just to buy the thing. We would be able to on-ramp so much more people and get buy pressure if we just knew how to tap in to the mind share of the regular person out there. It's that I really think we are just like missing the plot and the boat here. We know how to use crypto. We got crypto. Cool. How do you get people to buy it? And sell it less? No one's been able to figure that out. Who's been able to figure that out? No one. How do you get people to buy more and sell less? No one. No one's been able to figure it out. Everyone claims they're a fucking genius and they're the best thing ever, but no one's been able to figure that thing out. How do you get people to stop selling and buy more and have a ratio of more people buying a quote asset than selling it? or a commodity? No one's been able to figure that one out. But it's funny, fast food places and advertisers and like Coke had figured out how to get millions of people to buy their product, even though it's bad for you. How do they do it? They flood the mind share, the perception. You see them hundreds of times a day. Not for 2 seconds. 100 times a day. Then you make your choice. I might crack a Coke. Cold one. You follow me? Get me in those board meetings and I'll shut it down, dude. I'll be like, they'll be like, you're a genius. I'll be like, no, it's just called old school marketing. You hypnotize them, dudes. It's called color branding and visuals. Did simple. Boom. Coke got just action built into you to be like feels, action, the sound, everything. Crypto is no different. Anything you want to sell, it's no different. Crypto lost the plot with this. They lost the plot. They think they can just talk to crypto Twitter all day and then think they can do one ad on Super Bowl where no one's gonna see it. No one's gonna see it. You want real buy pressure? You do what Richard Hart did. You do what Richard Hart did was actually like he put hex on taxis. He put mailers out. People were making fun of Richard with these tablets, but there's hundreds of thousands of these tablets now. They're going to be circling around with those logos on it. People think he's stupid, but the dude's a billionaire. People want to make you think that these people are stupid or they're just, how did he? No, if you're able to make billions, you are a genius in your own right in some type of way. You beat the system. You were born into a system that was like, no, you're not going to. No, you make us the billionaires by you giving us your money. Are you guys awake yet? Wake up. Are you? I don't think you're awake. Is it 11:38? Come on, guys. Wake up. You're not even awake yet. See, this is the thing. I can't. When this channel blows up, it's like, wow. When this channel blows up, you're not even ready. You guys aren't even ready for it. This is the thing. Like, it's like, I think that God has been like holding this channel back purposefully so then he can test me. Like, God has been holding this channel back for a reason. To test me, to see if I'll quit, to see if I'll capitulate, to see if I'll have all these things, people telling me this, people telling me that. Oh, you should pivot, you should do this. Oh, you should try that. Oh, you should try that. You should do it this way. I think if you just like angled it a little bit more and talked about it in this particular way, or if you just didn't mention Trump, I think you would probably do better off, doing it like this. I'm so tired of hearing about what people's opinions are about this fucking channel. It's like, holy moly. All right, and here's the thing. I can say I could completely fail at this crypto content thing, but at least I know I'm holding the in-game token. At least I know that the Sprotos will flood my algorithm and make me feel like I'm important. And If you can get the feels and the vibes from that, then I'll take it. I'll take it. Woo! All right, so this price action is pretty crazy right now. We're getting some bounces, and look, oh my gosh, look at this 25-minute Wyckoff right here in the face. We always say that the institutions are institutionalizing Bitcoin and our bags because they are doing these patterns everywhere. It's crazy. Look, if you type in Wyckoff accumulation, you can do Wyckoff accumulation here, Wyckoff pattern, type in Wyckoff pattern, and it's, yeah, this is, yeah, it's like this one right here. Yeah, look at this. So gotta move myself. Yeah, look at that. So you see this pattern, and you see how they do this accumulation. It starts off at the top. You know, you're at the top of the run, and it has a bear flag going down to the downside. And essentially, it does it in 2-3 waves. Like sometimes he's got that first wave that brings it down to like the support area, and so then it creates this little flag, this little ear. It's like a little wedge. And so then that wedge is formed, and then you start to see this W pattern form, where it's like you get a couple different bottoms. You don't know which one is going to be the one that takes off, because you could see it took off right here, then it took off here, then it went back up to quote the neck or the head or whatever, the neckline, the area where, or the head where it had that resistance. So there's like a resistance line. I call it the resistance through line, support through line. And what it does is it'll go up and test that, come right back down, and it's the springboard. And sometimes it could be the exact low support of where it went before, or it goes right below it to shake you out. And that's what's so cool about this, is that if you see this pattern and you've seen it complete, that's the spring. And so, and then it hits up and hits that, you see where it hits the resistance in the middle, but then its trajectory is just right up at the top of that first flag here, that first little wedge, little ear, and it goes ding, and then that's when it kind of starts to, it's just redistribution, reaccumulation from the tops where they took profits. They're coming back, getting it to the upside. And so you see this pattern, and you can literally just put it like right there, like right, and just put it, copy and paste. This is what is happening with Bitcoin. Greg is shilling a ticker called F Crypto, a pump token. I know this. That's a narrative right now on some of the pump tokens, or some of the tokens that are creator tokens. Any of the ones that are of people that lost money. People that lost money, they're trying to get it back, and they're trying to get it back through, gambling these trench tokens. Because let's be honest, like 98% of the pump tokens die. They go up and then they go down, and a lot of them actually, I've figured out, are used as just creator fee like funnels. Because if you can bot or get snipers and bots to just get you just serial launching tokens, like for instance the penguin, Nietzschean penguin, that guy who launched that was a serial launcher. He launched like 750 different pump fund tokens. So I'm curious to see how many creator rewards and creator fees were generated by the 800 coins that he launched. And I wonder how much he invested as the seeding amount for each coin. Was it 1 SOL each, or was it half a SOL each? Like, did he do 2 SOL each? So did he end up making back the money? It's very curious. Very curious. But that's kind of how you have to think about some of these, how the pump market is basically a method. If you've been able to oh my God, Bitcoin is pumping right now. Bitcoin is pumping. It is going on the 25 minute. It's pumping. What is happening right now? Look at this God candle on Bitcoin pumping through the order block here. This Wyckoff just Wycoffed. Whoom. Holy moly. Look at that momentum wave. We just got a clip. Basically what just happened here is a momentum clip. Look at the money flow here. You see that? See that yellow right there? That's momentum. That's wave. That's money coming in. Then we just bottomed on the trigger and we just had a pop. We just got a massive pop. We just hit right into close to, oh my gosh, we're hitting the targets right now. Woo! Holy molesky. This thing just went flying. Congratulations, guys! If you're in any trades right now, you're seeing some good profits right now. Man, I wonder what so I got knocked out of my Pepe trade. I'll show you. I got knocked out of the Pepe trade. Pretty disappointed about this particular one. It was this. I'll show you. I mean, just imagine now if we were to have just waited a little bit and were patient and got this bottom on Pepe, be the difference of probably about $500, $600 instead of the loss of 63. Pretty disappointing. So where we do have the wins, you have the losses. And we show you on this channel. And we've always been pretty transparent and we've tried to show you as best as we can what we do and when we've made the mistakes. And also, just to, I'm telling you, I'm going to land it. I'm going to do it. If you believe in me, Headband, I will do it. I've told my wife too. I said, I'm getting the Pepe trade. It's like a trade that I've chased for now the past 2 years. I've chased the Pepe trade. It is one of the trickiest ones to get, man. It's not easy. Now I do have a Pepe trade open. Here's the deal. I do have one open. But it's not as much as what I would like. It's like a baby trade, But here's the thing, I do believe that Pepe is going to go to past $40 billion in market cap. I think Pepe has the potential to get to $100 billion in market cap. I'm that delusional. But damn it, we have the trade open. So like I said, we're going for it here, okay? 4 trades. I said you only need one of these trades to hit. Bitcoin, ETH, Doge, Pepe. Bitcoin, ETH, Doge, Pepe. Bitcoin, ETH, Doge, Pepe. Say this with me. Bitcoin, ETH, Doge, Pepe. Sol too. ETH, Sol. This is the trades we have in currently. Bitcoin, Doge, ETH, Sol, Pepe. We're going to go ahead and we're going to shave off half the trade right now on Sol into USDC and just call it a day. Confirm. We're going to make sure we are, and like I said before, guys, we've really tried our best to, did we do it? Did it close? Yes. Okay. I'm going to be very aggressive with taking profits, and we're not going to be perfect. Like I just showed you, we're not perfect, but if we can just keep making the adjustments, keep practicing the risk management, keep Just keeping a level head. The main thing is to keep a level head. I mean, like that is like most of the battle is to try and keep a level head. Guys, I don't know what we did, but we pulled our back we pulled something. We pulled a schmageddon. We pulled a schmageddon. All right. So we have officially don't blame me for any mishaps. Don't blame me for anything. If you, I mean, whoever's watching this right now, you've probably never even bridged a pulse chain. You haven't bought a single pulse chain coin. Who am I kidding? But if you're one of those rare special individuals that has been in pulse chain or has tested pulse chain and you made a sacrifice, check this out. People are beta testing app.provex.com. This is not financial advice or of the advice of any sort, but it seems like it's up. So we're gonna click on it. Hopefully we don't get hacked. This app is currently in beta. Please start with small amounts while you learn how it works. See, they're so responsible. They tell you all the things. They make sure that you're aware. I like it, but check it out. So we have this. Oh my gosh, we need the night mode. Oh, what was blinding you guys? I'm sorry. All right, so we got built on peer. Trustless peer-to-peer transactions powered by zero knowledge proofs. Let's go. Okay. So it looks like, man, you can use Revolut. You can use, look at all these. Okay, look at all these currency pairs. You can use the dirham. You can use the peso, the Australian dollar, the Canadian dollar, the Swiss franc, the won, the euro, the British pound, the dong, the Hong Kong won, the shekel, the rupee, the ruble, the yen, the peso. Oh my gosh. You can use just about everything. Holy, the rand. I didn't know Crypto Man Rand had his own currency. I thought it was gummy. Only real crypto people know that reference. We've been here way too long now. We've seen too much. How's Gummy doing? All right, so platforms that you can use to on-ramp from Cash, Zelle, Chime, PayPal, Cash App, Wise, Venmo, Revolut. Dude, what? And this is crazy. So if you think about it, exchanges are toast, banks are toast, regular banks that are brick and mortar banks, toast. They don't need to exist. They don't need to take your money. They don't need to cash reserve your cash that you make with your hard work. And you could just get your paycheck deposited into an internet bank that has low overhead. And also you could just then off-ramp it into on-chain where it's one-to-one reserved. And then you can use a crypto debit card. You don't need an exchange or a bank. You don't need any of them. Do you get it? This is why people like one commercial could on-ramp millions and millions of people into this concept and be like, wait a second. Let me use my noodle for a minute. See, the difference between me and the other crypto content creators is that they are thinking small. They're like, oh, I'll get partnered with the, the exchanges and I'll referral link and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I'm about to take over and literally be running ads and commercials nationally for crypto companies. That's it. And that's where we're going big. We're not just going for the small fry. We're going for I want to onboard the masses because that pumps our bags. Let's like, do you want to bag work for real? Or do you want to play small fry shit? Cause my brain goes way out. And I wish that there was, and I'm wishing this, and I will put it into command, is that if capital got behind my ideas, world watch out. You better watch the freak out because it would be so powerful, the amount of change and people that I could get into my ideas. Woo! Telling you. When was the last time you saw a programmed, unsolicited commercial for crypto? Name it. You can't. And that's a problem. When was the last time you saw a DraftKings or a sports betting app or advertisement? You probably could name 5 or 10 of them. Now, do you see the problem? Here's the problem. Provide solution. Watch. And this is how you do it. You do something as simple as explaining how you could just literally use all these platforms, get on crypto, boom, boom, done. And this is what people need to learn about. Simple as that. Yeah, too much. Yeah, it is too much. Yeah, if you can't follow me, my ADD, ADHD brain, that's not my problem. That's your freaking problem. So I've always said, if this channel and this live stream is, it's like a radio show. It's kind of like a radio show, which do get sponsors. But yeah, Wyckoff Bitcoin, Wyckoff and everywhere. Craziness. We might get that push to the 76. But remember, guess what's up at the top? CME gap. Go to the 4 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour. Gap needs filling. We need to fill this with some fresh caulk, and we're no seam. And it's going to get wild. Gap filled. 80, 81, 80,000, 81,000 right there. Middle gap. And then we'll see what happens from there. All right, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for humoring me with yelling at you about crypto advertising. Ticker's Bitcoin. Today is brought to you by the letter P for Pepe. Don't worry about 50% downturns. We've seen them before. Patience is a virtue. It's also a massive skill, and it's also something that I think we definitely could all use, not in just trading or investing or whatever, but just in life in general. Practicing a little bit of Pepe patience. P is for Pepe and P is for patience. Yep. Entries in for Bitcoin, Doge, and also for Solana and ETH, and as well as Pepe. And that's it. And that's all she wrote. If you want to continue to follow the channel, feel free. If you don't, have fun staying poor. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right, so we want to tell you guys we successfully have been testing out the like you said, we wanted to go into Kronos and we wanted to test out some of the DeFi in Kronos, and we've actually been really liking it. So for instance, like an example of, say, you know, we've been trading on Fulcrum, okay? Been trading on Fulcrum. We're putting these entries in, and this is what's cool is that you can use different amounts of different coins for liquidity to add. Like you can use Pepe as liquidity, you can use ETH and whatever pair is going to work. Some of them don't, so you can't just like get paid out in any coin or use any coin. It all depends on what's going to have the highest liquidity, so you have to kind of figure that out. But when you take profits in BTC, you'll actually get the profits like in BTC. So for instance, when I've taken the profits in Pepe, like I got back just in raw Pepe on Kronos chain. But then what I've also been doing is taking profits into ETH, which is wrapped Ethereum on Kronos, which I can then cross swap chain on VVS Finance, right, like so. I can go to trade and I can pull up the said coin on the side here, ETH, and do a cross chain swap from one of the stables to another stable, or go from here. You can go Kronos. Yeah, Kronos. Then actually, I can swap it into Crow. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff. But yeah, so that's what we've been doing. But just doing this in one chain, you could do it anywhere. So, and also, for instance, like this is what we're doing on Sol, but we're doing it on our MetaMask Sol ETH, or our MetaMask Sol. So we have a balance of USDC, Sol, and then also inside of the perps. But then what we're doing is we're trying to, you know, at the same time, like we catch the lows on Sol, DCA into Sol, but then use the USDC and just, yeah. So we're just trying to stack it. You know, we're stacking it up. Oh, dang. Oh, man. That was a nice little fake out there. Look at that. A little fake out to the downside. That candle. Woo. Boom. And then just, yeah, that target might still hit 89. Juicy. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.